dew point. So we've talked about saturation, and that saturation means the air can't hold any more water. When I talk and write, sometimes I have to check to make sure I have everything there. So air can't hold any more water. So if water evaporates, water in the air must condense. So dew point is related to this because dew point is the temperature when air is saturated. Now the other condition we saw, that is colder air holds less water. So if the air temperature drops, below dew point, water condenses. So both of these are ways of getting condensation when you are around the point of saturation. So either more water evaporates and you get condensation, or the air temperature drops and you now have essentially your cup is too small for the amount of water you have. And so the water condenses. How that water condenses varies depending upon your circumstances, and it turns out that there are three means of condensation. So the first is dew, as the name implies, dew point. So the dew that forms on leaves typically form overnight as the air temperature drops. The leaves are a little bit warmer than the surrounding air, and so they become the platform for the condensation to occur. Fog. This is going to happen if there are particles in the air, usually dust particles, because the water needs something to condense around. And so if you have dust particles in the air, then the water condenses around those little dust particles. And that's really what fog is. It's also what a cloud is. It's just different altitudes. So all those little dust particles provide the little nuclei for the water to stick to. And so you have water floating in the air, and that's fog, again, typically because the air temperature has dropped. If the air temperature is below freezing, then you get frost. And so here's our frost picture. So it's water condensing, it's just that the water is then freezing into ice, and that's what frost is. It's just a little coating of ice on plants, usually, or your car, And that is because the air temperature is cold enough that instead of getting dew on the plants or on your car, it's going to end up forming as ice instead. So all of these things are related to the temperature dropping below that point of saturation, where dew point is the temperature of saturation. So always associate dew point with the word temperature, because it depends on the humidity level, what temperature is needed to reach dew point. If the air is very humid, the dew point temperature is going to be relatively high. If the air is very, very dry, the dew point temperature is going to be quite low. But no matter what your humidity is, if you are at dew point, you are at saturation.